From the studios of Books in Motion, this is Rebecca Rogers, reading Spooky Shadows, Libby Madsen Cozy Mysteries Book 5 by Jennifer J. Morgan. Now, let's begin with Chapter 1. The second my hands squeezed the bag of flour, I regretted it. The cloud of white powder engulfed my senses, causing a coughing fit when the 1-pound bag crashed to the floor. Joshua burst into laughter. I ran out of the room, trying to catch my breath. Alexis came over to me with a cup of water. I took a sip. Once I lifted my eyelashes, coated thick in the white substance. I looked at her, horrified. Her expression said it all. She erupted in giggles, too. Joshua, JJ, and Lexi were all laughing, staring at my watering eyes and the flour rivers down my cheeks. "Oh, sweetie." Chortling, she lifted a wet rag and gently wiped the mess from my face. "Baking isn't your thing, is it?" JJ and Joshua bent over in raucous laughter again as I followed their gaze into the kitchen. Through the fog of white dust, I saw that the entire bag of flour was everywhere. "I'm so sorry, Lexi." She waved me off and opened a nearby closet door, pulling out the vacuum cleaner. "We can fix this. Please, don't worry. This is the best entertainment we've had in months." Still, I was mortified. Why had I thought it was a good idea to help out Joshua and Lexi baking cookies for the school's fall carnival? Mommy, look!" Joshua pointed to Shadow. "She's white now." We all laughed while my black lab looked up at us with her ears back. At least I wasn't in this alone. Of course, my trusted companion was near when I fumbled. Another puff of dust flew into the air as Shadow shook herself and walked out of the room. JJ handed me a wet rag and I led Shadow out their back door to finish wiping both of us down, while Lexi vacuumed. Eventually we got back to the baking, sugar cookies that we spent the afternoon cutting into the shapes of ghosts, goblins, and witches. I didn't feel so bad for the mess I created once I witnessed the black icing fingerprints Joshua was leaving all over their white and light gray kitchen. No wonder Lexi wasn't concerned about my gaffe. She was the mother of a 5-year-old boy. Nothing compares to that. Handing me a cup of tea after cleaning up and finally settling onto the sofa, Lexi sighed. "Too much fun." I lifted my eyes questioningly. She laughed and sputtered. "Hey, at least we got to spend the past 2 hours laughing and not ruminating over all the Love and Mercy drama." I muttered, thinking about the spiritual retreat I'd been to earlier in the month. She was right. It was all the talk around the office and among our friend group as well. My roommate Bella and I were still processing everything that had occurred. Thankfully, she was handling it well, too busy studying for finals now. By the end of the month, she'd be a certified EMT if it all went well. She seemed to be handling everything. Our time at the retreat didn't appear to trigger her past traumas anyway. "What's your mother up to lately? I haven't heard much about her," she asked. "She's off with Margie on a road trip headed north to see the fall colors." "So fun. I love that she and Margie are so adventurous. Are they still playing neighborhood spy?" Nearly spitting my tea out with that imagery, I set my mug down. My mom and her neighbor started up a neighborhood watch group over the summer. The memory of the 2 older ladies dressed all in black and stalking around their properties, hoping to find bad guys, was a hilarious sight to see. "I believe it's settled down over there. She hasn't mentioned anything recently anyway. Way too funny, those two." We had a good chuckle over some of my mother's antics. She's a feisty one, but her heart has always been in the right place. Lexi hesitated, then asked, "And you and Greg?" Staring into my mug, I quietly answered, "Yep, yes, we're fine." The past couple months since we'd been back from Utah were difficult. Long-distance relationships are not easy. I missed him and couldn't help but shake the feeling that I was losing him. "So, when is he coming back for a visit?" she teased.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?